Oh yeah, baby. Arizona World Heavyweight Champion Star Soldier 1 here with a crazy little video because, yeah, over on Twin Galaxies, there was a huge bit of news that went on there. If you know me, I like to contribute a lot of scores to the website. I got over 600 world records. Not all of them top scores, but I do have like a lot of TurboGrafx 16 world records, including the perfect world record on Bounce Adventure. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And yeah, when I got the perfect score on Bounce Adventure, I became the world's most decorated TurboGrafx 16 champion in history. So far. That record could be easily beaten, but I had that record for about 2 years now. It's been awesome. And the person who was in second place was a gaming expert by the name of Todd Rogers. Now he has a lot of world records on Twin Galaxies. Well, I'd say he used to have a lot of world records, because if you know the name Todd Rogers, yeah, there's a little bit of controversy around the guy. And I could just tell by the way some of his scores were on Twin Galaxies, because there's no way I could beat some of his scores on there. Yeah. On the game Bloody Wolf, for example, a great shoot 'em up on TurboGrafx 16. It's made top 10 favorites just for being how awesome it is. But the most I ever got playing that game was up to level 5. I think I got about 800,000. You know, pretty respectable. But somebody hit me with a grenade and boom, dead. And that's as high as I got. But Todd Rogers' score was close to 1 billion points. And it really discouraged me. I never even submitted the score to Twin Galaxies. But in hindsight, how can you get like 1 billion points? And a whole bunch of other world records of his were like that too. With JJ and Jeff, for example, it was a perfect world record of like 10 million points. Other games too. Yeah. I think Quats was a perfect world record. Maxed out score. I don't know how that's humanly possible, because even though a lot of his scores are now removed, before you couldn't even check on the video. Like with my Bounce Adventure world record, yeah, you just had to click on the number and boom, a video will pop up. You can watch the whole video. I don't recommend it. It's very boring. It's very tedious. And all that people, all the people that had to watch that video, I feel so sorry for. But thank you again for approving this. And I just wanted to go to show that I didn't cheat. I didn't like use any Game Genie. It wasn't on like an emulator or any of that, you know, bull crap. I just played for 3 hours straight, getting the most amount of points possible, get that perfect record, get that first ever documented perfect score. And yeah, one of the biggest achievements of my life. And that's very cool. But with Todd Rogers Scores, you can never actually look at a video. I think a lot of his scores were submitted in like the 1990s or early 2000s, and they had different rules back then. In fact, I think Todd Rogers could actually, you know, type in his own score and say, yeah, that's the world record. And because he was a top referee, and you know, he could do what he wants. Of course, he had to answer to other people too, but I don't know, there was some shady things going on back then. And I heard even one referee got arrested for being a pedophile. It's just a mess. But yeah, a lot of his scores have come into suspicion, especially not only the TurboGrafx 16 scores. Todd Rogers is probably more infamous for his Dreadster world record of 5 seconds and 51 milliseconds. A score which has proven to be impossible. If you look at breaking down the cartridge, breaking down the entire program in itself, it's been deemed like physically and mentally impossible. And the other 4 people that got a world record of 5 seconds, 5.57 milliseconds, yeah, that is the official world record now. And yeah, it's definitely bittersweet because I could, respect the guy, and yeah, I could also understand Twin Galaxies finally wanted to crack down on that, because this sort of thing has been going on for months. I even been accused of cheating myself, because hey, you're the legendary Ads World Champion, aren't you? You cheated. You got an inflated high score. And no. See, yeah, I'm the legendary Ads World Champion, but not yeah, there's actually 2 world records that you can submit for: fastest time and most points. And of course, Todd Rogers had a near perfect record of over like 10 million or 100 million points, which would take approximately like 3 days to achieve a record like that of continuous play, probably leech in one area, or maybe like the final dungeon, going through doors and warp it back. I don't know, but some way he was able to submit a score that would be technically impossible, because there's no 10-point intervals, and the score he submitted had like 10-point intervals. And the most you can, like, you could get like low diamonds for like 50 points and hit enemies that are weaker, and you can get 50-point variables but not 10-point variables, and it's all technical nonsense. It's hard to get into, but trust me, the score was impossible to get. The same with his JJ and Jeff score, and the same with the Bloody Wolf score. Unless you have the proper evidence, then yeah, I don't know how Twin Galaxies could put up those scores to begin with. But I don't know, that's the way it was back then. There was a whole club that everybody was involved with, and it was just so hard to even bring up evidence, because you tried to explain it to people and it took forever to get these scores that were a little suspect on Twin Galaxies to finally be, actually proven as false. But yeah, it finally happened today. Yeah, and I think it's all going to be for the better, because you want to have an even playing field on Twin Galaxies. I want more people to play TurboGrafx-16 games and not be intimidated by all these super high scores that just seem impossible to get. Yeah, it's just crazy. I figure I'd talk about it a little bit, since, yeah, he's no longer second place in TurboGrafx-16 world records anymore, and it's going to be weird, seeing all those scores change now. I'm going to be more curious to play some more TurboGrafx-16 games, and I even heard like some of his scores are going to be removed from the Guinness Book of World Records, and I feel for the guy. I feel bad, but yeah, I can also see why, because how are those scores possible but you don't have any proper evidence? If he actually showed the evidence, if he played all those games again and boom, you got a video of it, great. But all we have is like hearsay. Oh yeah, back then he had the evidence, or there was like a coffee stain, so maybe it wasn't 51, maybe it wasn't 57 after all. Just a whole bunch of excuses, and nothing really came of it till today, and they realized, okay, we gotta put our feet to the fire and realize, yeah, we gotta ban his scores and have a level playing field again. So yeah, I figure I'd just talk about that for a little bit, as the TurboGrafx-16 lover and champion. Yeah. If you want to play some more games and you're afraid of certain high scores, yeah, go and try it out. Submit some scores yourself and see what it's like. Yeah, it's actually very fun, you know. It's fun, you know, dusting off the PC Engine version of Bounce Adventure and looking at my old score again. I just love playing TurboGrafx 16 again, and hopefully everybody will play more Activision games now that a lot of his scores are going to be erased, because a lot of those records too were virtually impossible to get, even if you use tool-assisted speedruns and were able to cheat the systems somehow. His scores were so good that he was even able to beat those, you know, world record times, even though that's technically cheated. But I don't know, I'm curious to see what other people think. Do you respect Todd Rogers and think the world is trying to get him, or do you agree with the decision and think some of his scores were of suspect nature? I don't know. Okay, figure I'll get that off my chest. Yeah, TurboGrafx 16 rocks, and thank you all for watching. I'll hold this book again, my Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, and that's kind of cool. And now we got more of an even playing field that the scores have leveled out. I don't know. Okay, let me know what you guys and girls think out there. Okay, this is the one and only Star Soldier 1, baby. Over and out. Yeah, just goes to show you how TurboGrafx 16 crazy I am. Look at all those games, baby. Okay, bye.